You know that phone in your pocket, the one you can't live without? Well, it's become a tiny surveillance station, and it's collecting way more data on you than you'd ever imagine. But don't worry. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and show you exactly how it's happening, and more importantly, how you can shut it all down in less than 15 minutes. Look, this isn't some far-off, abstract threat. This is a real story about a woman named Jessica from Ohio. She was using a period tracker app, and then, all of a sudden, her social media feeds were just flooded with ads for diapers and baby formula. Think about that. Her app didn't just know her cycle, it sold an incredibly intimate prediction about her life to data brokers. And the key thing here is she never, ever agreed to that. Her phone was basically broadcasting one of the most personal things about her to the highest bidder. And Jessica's story? It's just the tip of the iceberg in a massive hidden industry. You see, the device we trust with literally everything has become our own personal surveillance station. And the culprits aren't some shady spy apps you've never heard of. Nope, they're the everyday tools we use without a second thought. What's so wild about this is how innocent these apps seem, right? Your weather app? I mean, all it needs is your city to give you a forecast. But so many of them track your precise location 24/7, building a detailed map of your life. That fun little game you play? Yeah, it might be busy uploading your entire contact list to its servers. And yes, big-name apps have literally been caught reading your clipboard. So if you copy a password or a bank account number, they might just get a peek. So why on earth do they do this? It's really simple. Your data is a product. And here's a truly chilling example. A Reddit user discovered that their meditation app, the one meant to reduce stress, was actually selling data about their stress levels. Now just imagine that data getting into the hands of an insurance company. All of a sudden, you could be seen as a higher risk, maybe face higher premiums, all because you tried to find a little peace and quiet. The really scary part is that most of this is happening silently, in the background. It's kind of like having a team of digital paparazzi following you around all day. The snapshots they're taking aren't photos, but little bits of data. Every place you go, how long you stay, what Wi-Fi you connect to, even how fast you're walking. You tap Allow just once when you install the app, and that can turn into constant, non-stop surveillance. So you might be wondering, how are they getting away with all this on such a massive scale? Well, here's the hard truth. A lot of the time, we're the ones holding the door wide open for them. There are three really common habits, three wide open doors that are creating these privacy nightmares. First, there's the just tap allow habit. You know what I'm talking about. An app asks for permissions, and we just want to start using it, so we agree without even thinking, basically handing over the keys to our digital life. Second is the free app trade-off. We always forget that old saying, if you're not paying for the product, you are the product. Your data and your attention, that's the real currency. And third, those default settings right out of the box. They are almost always designed for maximum data sharing, not for your privacy. And this really shows you the scale of the problem. Because we leave those doors open, a single shopping app can slurp up over 50 different data points about you. I'm not just talking location and contacts, but stuff like your phone's battery level, who your mobile carrier is, and a unique ID for your device, all before you've even put one thing in your cart. Okay, that was a lot of bad news. But here's the good news, and honestly, it's the most important part of this whole thing. This is a fight you can absolutely win. You can take back control. And the first, most critical steps take less time than brewing a cup of coffee. So let's get into it and build your defense plan. All right, here it is, our 5-step defense plan. This works on any phone, and it puts you right back in the driver's seat. We're going to do a quick permission cleanup, guard that clipboard, audit who can see your contacts, reset your ad tracking ID, and finally, put your apps on a much-needed data diet. First up, permission cleanup. And seriously, if you can, just do this right now as I'm talking. Go to your phone settings, find privacy, and then look at location access. See any apps set to always allow? That means they're tracking you even when you're not using them. That's how they know where you work, where you live, every single stop in between. Switch them to while using app, or even better, never. Does your weather app really need to know where you sleep? Nope. Next up, let's guard that clipboard. Your clipboard is just temporary memory, but some apps treat it like a public bulletin board. Now, modern phones are pretty good about notifying you when an app reads it. If you see that notification pop up and you didn't just pay something, that is a huge red flag. And just get into the habit of not copying super sensitive info, like passwords, social security numbers, or bank details. Step 3 is the contact permissions audit. Your contact list is more than just a list of names. It's a map of your entire personal and professional life. So head back into your privacy settings and see which apps have access to it. And be ruthless here. Your photo editor, that puzzle game you play, your flashlight app, I promise you, none of them need to know your friends and family. Turn them off. Now, this one is a real game changer. Your phone has this unique advertising ID, right? It's a special code that lets companies track what you do across a bunch of different unrelated apps to build this super detailed profile of you. But you can reset it. Think of it like changing your digital license plate to shake off anyone who's been following you. The instructions are right there. Make it a habit to do this once a month. And finally, let's put your phone on a data diet. See, an unused app isn't just sitting there taking up space, it could still be quietly collecting data in the background. So here's a simple rule. If you haven't used an app in the last month, just delete it. And from now on, before you download a new app, just do a quick search online for the app's name plus the words privacy scandal. If other people have raised red flags, you should too. And hey, here's a little bonus tip so you can become your own privacy detective. Both Android and iPhone have these great built-in tools, the privacy dashboard on Android and app tracking transparency on iPhone. They show you a simple timeline of which apps accessed your camera, your microphone, and your location and when. Use it to find the surprises. Is that game accessing your mic at 3 a.m.? Now you'll know. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking right about now. This is all interesting, but I have nothing to hide, so why should I care? This is probably one of the most dangerous myths about privacy, because your so-called boring data, when it's all scooped up and combined, tells a very, very detailed story about you. So let's just bust these myths right now. You think you have nothing to hide? Well, that data profile can be used by an algorithm to decide your credit score, your insurance risk, or even whether your resume gets seen by a real person. You think the app stores protect you? Their main job is to stop apps that crash your phone, not apps that are quietly selling your location history. And you think this is all too complicated? As we just showed, locking down your biggest vulnerabilities takes less than 2 minutes. So if you only remember 3 things from all this, make it these. First, clean up your permissions, especially location. Turn always to never. Second, be mindful of that clipboard. And third, put your phone on a data diet. If you haven't used an app in a month, get rid of it. At the end of the day, your phone should be a tool that serves you, not a spy that reports on you. So I want to leave you with this final thought. Start treating your app permissions exactly like you treat the front door to your house. You wouldn't just hand out keys to anyone who comes knocking. You'd want to know who they are and why they need access. It is time we started asking our apps those exact same questions.